Hey Carla, I'm back. Um, I had planned to do this video last week, and as you know, weird stuff kind of happened to me. So I'm going to try this again this week. And what we're going to do is Salisbury steak. Um, it's a recipe I like. I think it's one you're going to like, your family's going to like. And so I'm going to keep this introduction short, and we're going to go ahead and get started with it right now. Alright, so here's a breakdown of what we're going to need, Carla. Obviously, we're making Salisbury steak. We need meat. I'm using fake meat. You can use real meat. Doesn't matter. A pound of meat. If you're buying like Beyond Beef and all this package, this actually weighs 1 pound. If you're buying regular meat, a pound of meat. So a pound of meat. I've got half an onion and 1 clove of garlic chopped up. This is for the gravy. Gonna need a little bit of oil, a little bit of butter for the pan, some cornstarch to thicken up the gravy. We're gonna need some seasoned breadcrumbs, a little salt and pepper, a little bit of dry mustard. If you don't have dry mustard, you can use regular mustard like Dijon mustard. Just be gentle on it. That stuff is strong. A little bit of ketchup, not much. Some mushrooms that I'm putting in the gravy. If you're not a mushroom person, leave them out. It's okay. And we're also going to need, and I forgot to get this out, 2 cups of broth. I'm going to use mushroom broth. You can use beef broth, whatever. It'll be fine. So that's everything we need. We're going to start making the patties themselves. Do that first, and then we'll make the gravy. Alright, so into the bowl I've got my pound of, in my case, fake meat. In your case, whatever meat you want to use. About half a cup of the seasoned breadcrumbs going in there. I need 1 teaspoon. Naturally, my teaspoons are up here. Of the dry mustard or wet mustard, whatever you want to use. Be gentle on this stuff. This stuff is potent. Like I said, if you don't have dry mustard, use Dijon mustard. It'll be fine. 1 tablespoon of ketchup. I don't know why every recipe I see calls for ketchup in Salisbury steak. I have not figured that out. Also, I forgot we need a couple of shots of Worcestershire sauce. 4 good shots. I think that's it. Time for clean hands. We're going to mix this up with my fingers. I washed them. The dog didn't lick them, so that's fine. But just going to use our hands and kind of mix this up. And then once we get this mixed up, we're going to make about 4 patties that we're going to cook. I will tell you this. This is version number 2 that I'm making tonight. I tried one last night, and it looked good on paper, but when I made it, Carla, it was so awful, I wouldn't even let the dog have it. Like, it was really bad. It was so bad. So anyway, we're trying a different recipe tonight. Hopefully this works better. The consistency on this is already better, I can tell. So that's an improvement. So anyway, all right. going to get that mixed up. That looks pretty good. Pretty nicely mixed up. And move my mushrooms out of the way. I'm going to make 4 patties and just stick them on a plate. Probably do a bit more than that. Yeah, these are nice and firm. These are a lot better than that monstrosity of last night. So I'm just going to put those on a plate for the time being. See, the dog is already over here thinking she's getting some. Aren't you, dog? Aren't you? Yeah. All right. There's 2. Three. And the last one. Like that. So, there we go. 4 patties. I'll set these off to the side. We're going to cook these, and then we'll move on to the gravy portion of tonight's recipe. Okay, into the pan, I've got 1 tablespoon of butter and some olive oil. We're going to let this melt, come up to heat. Then we're going to basically fry our patties, and then we're going to make our gravy. So as soon as this melts and all that, we'll move on to the messy part. I should probably put my apron on because it's going to splatter. I'll be right back. All right, we're getting bubbly here, so I'm going to put these in to cook. We're going to cook them on both sides. And then once they're cooked, we're going to take them out of the pan to make the gravy. So let those cook for a few. We'll flip them over, and then we'll carry on. All right, sufficiently cooked on both sides, so I'm just going to lift these out and put them on a plate for the moment. Now, I did lower my heat a little bit. Onions and garlic. Stir those around a little bit. Let them soften up. Then I'm adding my mushrooms. I'm not going to add all the mushrooms. I'm going to save some of these mushrooms for me for salad later. Maybe about half of them. About like that. That'll work. Stir these around, let them get soft. Kind of cook down a bit. Smells glorious. Something about the smell of onions and garlic cooking is just amazing. let these cook down for a few minutes. Might add a sprinkle of salt and pepper to this because I forgot to do that earlier. Sprinkle of pepper. Sprinkle of salt. The mushrooms are starting to get some color to them. That's a good thing. Alright, I'm going to add in my stock. I need at least 2 cups. There's 1 cup. I don't know if I've got 2 cups of this or not. We'll find out. Maybe I do. Maybe I'm lucky. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. Now I need to let that come up to a bit of a boil. And then I need to make a slurry with the cornstarch to thicken it for gravy purposes. And here's the trick to making a cornstarch slurry. Is you do 1 part cornstarch, and you probably can't see that, it's off camera. 1 part cornstarch to 2 parts of liquid. So I did 1 big tablespoon there, so 2 big tablespoons of stock. 1, 2. And you want to stir that around till the cornstarch gets nice and dissolved. And to bring that heat back up a little bit because I need that to come up to sort of a boil or a simmer. So just remember the ratio: 1 part cornstarch, 2 parts liquid. And we're good. And then once this comes back up to a simmer, we're going to add it in there and it's going to thicken up and make a really nice thick gravy. Bring that heat up a little bit more. Give that a good stir again, and then just pour it in like that. this is going to thicken nicely into a good gravy. And we're going to take meat patties we had and put them back in. For a few moments. Lower the heat back down now. Flip it over without making a mess. Let them simmer like that for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to be ready to eat. Naturally, I forgot to make mashed potatoes to go with this, so go figure. But anyway, you get the idea. So anyway, let me dig into this. The dog's already over here because she thinks she's getting some. Yeah. Only thing missing here are the mashed potatoes. But you can handle that. So anyway, hope you like this, Carla. This is really good. Not that hard to do. Really tasty. Like, so much tastier than what I did last night. So this one's a keeper. Hope you try it. Hope your family likes it. I love you, and I will see you next time.